Welcome back to another Eldenring Nightreign video. In this video, I'll be ranking every single Nightlord. Before we start, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for some more peak videos. Equilibrious Beast. In my opinion, the hardest Nightlord of them all. This boss fight was so chaotic and fun, especially in a 3-man, fun mini-games, except for the sigil, meditate one, break them all so quickly is a challenge. Boss animations are really clear too, and most deaths are honestly due to how intimidating his madness is. As you get better at him, his enraged phase is so much better to deal with than the AoE madness rain flare nonsense. Due to how rare it was to get madness weapons, I have not seen how the interaction is like with it though, which is one sad thing. Could have made it so that you need to hit ice and fire attack on him, and the resulting chaos between elements causes his madness to flare. Lack of madness weapons make this fight not a cakewalk, and the damage resistance he gains during sigil meditation can end your runs easily. Lots of hard moves to be ready to dodge and read, and many things happening at once making this battle pure madness to understand. But there is one saving grace to this boss fight. That's my Goat Raider. He can break the shield instantly with ult or a fully charged ability, can also one-tap it, making him a whole lot easier to deal with. This boss also has a feature to where you can make a deal with him and basically just gamble on your skill at the game. I find that a very interesting feature to this boss fight and also plays a role on why it's a hard fight, because you can make it even harder by the deal you make him with, but you can also make it a little easier depending on the options that you are presented with. The best thing I would do is just ignore the offering and go straight to fighting instead. It's better to do that. Anyways, enough on my yap about how this is the hardest boss in Nightlord, and just watch how I absolutely slam him with the Goat Raider. Night Aspect. Hailstorm, absolutely gorgeous cinematics, and the sheer aura of his special moves points at the rift in the abyss as you stare at Gorge within the cosmos. Prepare for my Arrival Worm vibes. 10-10 boss fight arena, and the pace of the fight slowly increasing throughout the encounter was super thrilling. Clarity of the boss's attacks are very good, allowing for satisfying dodges. Fits the rank of final boss of Nightreign. Really long fight. The first phase itself consumes resources if you aren't careful about dealing with it. Also reminds me of a mix of Slave Knight Gale and R'hllana, because this guy does lots of flashly and spammy moves that punish you if you aren't careful about when you're dodging and when you're punishing him. Another annoying thing is that he does lots of AoE, so even if you do dodge the main attack, the splash damage will still punish you, meaning your dodges gotta be pitch perfect. Also, this guy has every single element in the game, so each run won't be the same, or it'll be a very slim chance you're going against the same thing again, because he can have flame, lighting, sleep, poison, frost, etc. But there are two main characters that make this fight easy while also being really enjoyable still. Raider and Executor. Executor, well, can just parry all of his moves and live forever if you pop ult and can parry. And of course Raider, he's just so amazing at stun locking a boss. But still, I believe this boss is the second hardest after fighting him with a team and alone. He's just a crazy learning curve for a new player, but still a great challenge nonetheless. This boss's sheer aura will also make you probably play worse knowing he's the main final boss of the game. BTW secret ending if you play as Wilder. I won't spoil it, but check it out, it's pretty awesome. That's enough of my yap. Now watch how I absolutely slam this finally boss with the Goat Raider. Fissure in the Fog. Your average dragon boss fight. Flies around and just looks cool. Surprisingly a very difficult dragon boss in my opinion. Not many options to punish this beast, and also he has many one-shot abilities that are scary to see and deal with. If you're a melee character, you won't have many times to attack this dude, at least during majority of my runs. He just flies away and only touches the ground once you're miles away from him and pokes at you. A very difficult and tedious boss, so let's not ignore the beautiful soundtrack this boss has. It can compete with many god-tier boss songs in From Software's history of games. Anyways though, this boss did give me a little Dark Eater Midder vibes, but not a crazy amount. Kinda like a weaker version of him, but Frost. Yet still, amazing boss fight. Also, the moves. The sky turning frozen the crumbling onto is one of the craziest things a boss fight can have. Well, obviously there are lots of cool moves like that too. There aren't many things I can say. But he's only top 3 though. On to the next boss. Dark Drift Knight. Fulgor, champion of Nightglow, is my personal favorite Nightlord in Eldenring Nightreign. This boss fight is very difficult and will constantly hike up your adrenaline levels to the max. The fight is intense with Fulgor constantly charging at players, dealing both high single target and AoE damage. Even one small mistake can cost the entire run against Fulgor, as he is constantly on you, almost attacking all 3 players at once with each of his wide erratic swings. He's constantly doing long chain combos and each hit dealing high amounts of damage. His second stage is a punishment to deal with. If you mess up a single dodge, you can get executed with your entire time going down with you. So a very hard, yet I still find enjoyable boss fight. Tricephalos. Gladius, Beast of Night, is the first Nightlord you have to face in the game, and it is one adversary that you must triumph over if you want to experience Nightreign. Most of the game's content is locked behind Gladius, making him almost a tutorial boss. However, don't let that fool you, as the 3-headed wolf is easily one of the most brutal bosses in the game. He's also a really hard skill gap for a new person fighting them solo, but yet a rememberable boss fight. This boss is really annoying with that sword they got. Getting hit by that bad boy means you're in for a bad time. Also, once they split, it's really hard to even get damage in, because you just have to constantly deal with getting back shots from every single angle, and it's running simulator until they merge again. After that, it's waiting for the one opening they give you so that you can finally start making progress towards beating this boss again. Sentient Pest. The Sentient Pest aren't even close to a challenge. You just gotta get 3 Iron Yes or have a 3 Raiders and either focus the butterfly or target the big fight, bro. It's such a easy fight from there. But these two do have a hard part in their fight where they can merge. After that, they shoot this ray of light from space that will just obliterate you and turn you to atoms super fast. And the dash attack might be the scariest move this boss has. Besides that, a very simple boss to deal with. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for more peak videos.